Have you ever engaged in a serious debate over which is better, Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings? Have you ever played Smash or Pass using only characters from Star Wars and Marvel movies? If you answered yes to any of these questions, we have the podcast for you. Listen to The Steam Gentlemen, the podcast where an expert panel convenes to ask the questions about pop culture and social commentary that other podcasts are afraid to ask. Listen to The Steam Gentlemen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Ladies and gentlemen, Wrestling Fans International Association is back. That's right, the premier fan club association of the 1970s and 1980s has been revived and is back in business. Join today. It's free at thewfia.org. That's thewfia.org. You can also join us on Facebook at facebook.com/groups/WFIA 1969. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 1987 Super Mod. Here we are, once again with the World Wrestling Federation. We're moving right along to Wrestling Spotlight tapings, everybody. We have gone from Minnesota over to Michigan. We are in Grand Rapids, Michigan at the Ford Fieldhouse, where we'll be recording for 4 straight episodes here, and it will be the month-long tapings of Wrestling Spotlight. Let's take a look at our absent workers, and it's nothing but expected. And let's take a look at our backstage incidents. We have Rip Oliver and Jimmy Hart. They got in a fight. We are going to fine Rip Oliver. Scott Casey's got himself in some trouble again, and we're going to fine him. There is now a strong dislike. All right, Randy Savage is working with his protege, Dusty Wolf. Dusty Wolf's mullet is awesome. That's just fantastic. And we got Ricky Steamboat working with Scotty Williams. All right, everybody. We've already told you the venue. We already told you where we're at. So let's take a look at our card for this evening. We are going to see the fabulous Moolah put the World Women's title on the line in a dark match here. And she's going to put it up against Angie Minelli. Our other dark matches are going to include Johnny K9 against Mega Man Tom Magee. Al Navarro and Gary Starr will join forces against the Rockers. Alex Knight, moving on to the main card now. Alex Knight is going to battle Hillbilly Jim. Billy Anderson will face the Natural, Butch Reed. Brian Costello and Jim Young will face the team of WWF legend Pedro Morales and Tito Santana. And in the main event, everybody, in a non-title match, we are going to see the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, the Honky Tonk Man, as he faces a challenge from David Stoudemire. We're also going to see some promos. Slick is going to cut a promo with Butch Reed. Pedro Morales and Tito Santana will cut a promo. And of course, the Honky Tonk Man will cut a promo. And as we all know, the Honky Tonk Man could cut a promo. All right, everybody. With that said, with all of that said, let's get to booking. And here we go. Minelli versus Moolah in our first dark match. Normally, we do not put titles on the line, but since this is a dark match and a little bit longer of a match, we will. And here's Angie Minelli, and she's climbing in there against the fabulous Moolah, the 63-year-old fabulous Moolah, who is the reigning World Women's Champion. Moolah, of course, everybody, is going to get the win here, and it is going to come by cheating, because that, everybody, is what heels do. And fabulous Moolah was a fantastic heel. All right, Johnny K9 in there against our man, Mega Man Tom Magee, who continues to rack up wins, everybody, here in the WWF. And here is K9 versus Magee. So here we go with Johnny K9. And here is the Mega Man himself, Tom Magee. All right, and of course, Tom Magee is going to get the victory. And this one is in the books. All right, up next here, we have Al Navarro and Gary Starr, and they are going to battle the newcomers, the Rockers. Dark, Navarro, and Starr versus the Rockers. And for those of you that may be new to the channel, and there are quite a few of you, the Rockers got signed by the WWF in 1987. They did some dark matches, and then they got fired. They got themselves in trouble. So that's where we're at here, where we've signed the Rockers. And are they going to get in trouble? Are we going to have to fire them here? We'll find out. But in real life, that's what happened. But hopefully that does not happen in our game here. All right, so this one's booked. Marty Genadi gets the victory, everybody. And here we go. Alex Knight versus Hillbilly Jim in the opener. And here is Alex Knight. Here is Hillbilly Jim. Now, almost 40 years later, it's popular to make fun of Hillbilly Jim. It is popular to make fun of his lack of wrestling ability. It is popular to mock Hillbilly Jim. But let me tell you something, everybody. As a kid, growing up and watching pro wrestling and watching the WWF, Hillbilly Jim was over. He was over like Grover. You want me to say it again? I'll say it again. He was over like Grover. All right, Slick cuts a promo here with Butch Reed. And we're going to give the Slickster some mic time on his own here. And we're going to see how he does. Here is his man, Butch Reed. And of course, he's going to be talking about Tito Santana. They are still in that feud. Tito Santana will be off screen. And let me double check and see here who is our man on the microphone here for Wrestling Spotlight. And it is once again Craig DeGeorge. Okay, let's plug him in here. Here is Craig DeGeorge, who's been doing some podcasts lately. So if you get the chance, check it out. All right, Slick cuts the promo with Reed. And here we go. Anderson versus Butch Reed up next. 3-minute enhancement bout. Of course, these are all enhancement bouts. So we have Anderson versus Reed. And Billy Anderson is the one that ended up becoming a pretty big-time trainer. And he was friends with the Ultimate Warrior. So here is Butch Reed. Butch Reed, of course, is going to get the win here. Butch Reed was a true talent. Really, really talented individual. All right, up next, Pedro Morales and Tito Santana are going to cut a promo here. And I clicked the wrong thing. So we give 6 minutes. There we go. Pedro Morales and Tito Santana cut a promo. These two would tag up around the circuit. I read in Tito Santana's book how much he appreciated tagging with Pedro Morales, and I guess they got along really well. And here is Craig DeGeorge. And of course, they're talking about Butch Reed. All right, Morales, entertainment, Santana, entertainment, Butch Reed off screen. This will help continue the Butch Reed, Tito Santana feud. Here we go. Costello and Young are going to face Reed and Santana. And we are only days away from Tom Zenk's flip out. And soon enough, Tito Santana will be tagging with Rick Martel as Strike Force. One of my favorite teams as a kid. All right, here we go. And they are in there. I don't think we have Morales and Santana as a team. So we'll plug them in here. Here's Pedro Morales. Here is Tito Santana. We're going to give the win here, everybody, to Pedro Morales. This one is in the books. Up next, we got that Honky Tonk Man promo. He's in that feud with Ricky Steamboat. Honky Tonk Man cuts a promo on Ricky Steamboat. And Honky could cut a promo like no other. Very talented man on the microphone. Another one that people like to make fun of a lot nowadays, but the man was excellent. He got the most out of the least, is the best way I could put it. And that's why he ended up having a 30-some year career. He saved his body. All right, our big main event here is Stoudemire versus the Honky Tonk Man. And of course, this is a non-title bout. WWF did not use enhancement matches as title bouts like the AWA did. And if you think about it, it really makes more sense that way. All right, here is David Stoudemire, because why would this nobody get a title shot, right? Doesn't make any sense. They'd still wear the ring out. They'd still be introduced as the Intercontinental Champion, Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion. It just would not be a title bout. Makes total sense. All right, Honky, of course, is going to get the win here. A little bit of shake, rattle, and roll. And nobody ever accused David Stoudemire of winning a beauty contest. And here we go. Yes, I know the title is not going to be on the line. We're at 35 minutes, everybody. Let's see how we do. And there you go. Moolah gets the win over Minelli with a handful of tights cheating. 32 overall. And we got K9 and Tom Magee. And Tom Magee puts the big man up in the torture rack and gets the victory. All right, up next, the Rockers continue their winning ways here in the WWF when they get the win over Navarro and Starr. 75 and 77 for the Rockers. Good stuff. Really good stuff. And here we go. We got inexperience, holding back, B-show. Yeah, the usual stuff. Alex Knight against Hillbilly Jim. Hillbilly Jim wins with that big boot. 62 for Hillbilly Jim. I always did find it odd that Hillbilly Jim was allowed to use the big boot, even though Hogan was using it. It's kind of strange. Then again, Andre used that big boot too, right before his heel turn. All right, Slick gets a 64 on the stick here with Butch Reed and Craig DeGeorge. And the feud between Reed and Santana continues. All right, Billy Anderson takes the fall to Butch Reed. Butch Reed gets the win with that shoulder tackle. Only a 55 on this one, but that's all right. And here we go. A nice 67 promo for Morales and Santana. Good stuff. And up next here we have our tag match. And Tito Santana gets a 70. Morales gets a 60 over our enhancement talents here. Jim Young was jacked. He was a big, monstrous dude. He was jacked. And the veteran gets the win with that Morales lock, also known as a figure four. Of course, there's holding back. And Morales is not showing his age. But we do have that one fixed in 10.1. So just relax, everybody. You're cheating! You're cheating! Hey, this is 10.0. We got it fixed in 10.1. All right, next segment here. Honky Tonk Man cuts a great promo, 79, and now he invents a new catchphrase. There is a bug in my version of this game where every save, it's new catchphrase city. Something's wrong that this happens all the time, but hey, whatever. It would not be uncommon for this to happen to the WWF in the late 80s. 79 overall in this promo. Good score, good promo. And David Stoudemire falls victim to the shake, rattle, and roll. And the man from Memphis, Tennessee gets the victory, everybody, with a 58. We're going to finish this show up, 68 overall. Good score for a B show. That's going to bring us right on to the next show here where we're going to see the Killer Bees in the main event. We'll make the adjustment right now while I'm flapping my gums. All right, everybody. If you are new to the channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and drop us a line below. Let us know how you found the channel, what you think of it so far. We are nearing 500 shows, everybody. We are nearing 500 shows. Check us out on patreon.com for just $5. You can get access to most of those those 500 shows early and YouTube ad free. You can also get access to version 10.1 of the Supermod. That's the one where nobody's cheating. And you can also get access to all of our spreadsheets, everybody, and a whole lot more. So check it out today, patreon.com/PowerCast Network. Check us out over on social media, facebook.com/groups/1987 Supermod. And don't forget, we're also on Reddit under the subreddit of TEW 2020 Friends. Join us in chat on Discord at 1987 Supermod. Last but not least, check out the Wrestling Fans International Association today, everybody, over at the WFIA.org. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We will see you next time.